know what time it is. April 1st. World premiere.
World premiere.
Yeah. We here. And I think we got the YouTube going right too, because we got a world premiere happening today. Oh, we got the YouTube right. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, let's turn that up, Don. Let's let the people hear that real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Fly Away is here today.
I was slowly losing faith in certain things I believe. I didn't want to be depressed, so I stepped with the breeze. Wasn't trying to pay mine, but they Tyson the man. Almost man on the corner with the sign in his hands.
Yeah, turn it up. Oh, we gotta hear you. We gotta hear you.
I'll leave a read the shit before passing the bill. I'll be all day. I die in this hill. Y'all old motherfuckers need to visit the grave.
Yeah.
At least step down if I'm being level-headed. If you live 12 cents for a gallon of it, let it in. Maybe you shouldn't have a modern day say. I choose peace, but I like to see change. Don't listen to the internet. They trying to go viral. Checking on your neighbor, even if you kind of hate them. When we stand together, who takes the blame? Fly away with me.
Yeah, talk to him, John.
I'm telling you now, there's nothing.
Miss May on the vocal. Oh, Miss May on the. World premiere right here on Talking Music with Dom and Lee. World premiere right here on Talking Music with Dom and Lee. That's that new Dom period right there. The new Dom period. Fly Away. Yeah. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I gotta let it off for you. And just this special one for you. Because it's a new Dom single. And for all you other artists that thought you were going to drop on April's Fools, I guess you the fool. Because right now, that man Dom Period just dropped his new single, Fly Away. Yeah. Talking Music with Dom and Lee right here on Riz Radio. Download the app, Riz Radio. We got producer Dom over there. He's getting situated as we get to talk to him, see how he's feeling today about his new record, his new single. I'm excited to hear, where you take it. I'm excited to hear how you've elevated, what you think about your craft on this. But this is Talking Music with Dom and Lee right here on Riz. Make sure you download the app, Riz Radio. Download the app, man. Shout out to Asia Cobbs, the founder of the movement behind the platform that is hosting two artists of our own rights, our own kind, and our own damn mind. Dom, talk to me, man. How you living? Oh, okay. Hold on. It's all good. Okay. Hey, we got the YouTube going today, so I'm a filibuster as my man gets settled right there. So we are artists of our own kind. If you're tuning in for the first time, if you're tuning in, just for yet again, we are artists, we are producers, we are musicians, and I think there's not a better feeling than being able to put out a composed art piece that you've been able to spend time to really craft and curate. And man, I know that's a good feeling. I know you good. You think you may have to hey, he started playing the record and it shut down the whole system over there. That's crazy. That's real heat. Hey, my man's back live with us, man. Welcome back. It's only been an hour of the show. We're at the last 5 minutes now.
It's nice. It was a great show. I appreciate everyone showing up. Fantastic.
Yeah. See. But no, I think this is a beautiful time. Like it's not. I know for me, there would be no better feeling than right now being able to put out something that you really, you're really proud of, and that's really means a lot about your voice and shows the authenticity of authentic nature of who you are as a person, but even more as an artist, dog. Like, so congratulations on Fly Away being out. It's on all streaming platforms. Definitely follow him on all social platforms so you can tap into his Substack.
Yeah.
And see what this man is cooking up, because you're putting out some creative content today too.
I appreciate it.
Yes. Do you feel rejuvenated now this phase is complete?
Yeah, a little bit actually. Okay. Yeah, it feels new. It feels new again, I should say.
Yeah.
I think it feels new again because it's a different. I guess it's a slight pivot. I guess I feel like it's a pivot at least a little bit into something different. So it feels new again.
That's so. I'm gonna get into I'm gonna get into a little bit of the topics of surrounding this song, and I think the
Oh,
the
boy.
name. Tell the people, "Fly Away." If y'all heard that, y'all heard the hook, y'all heard the name of the title again. "Fly Away." I'm gonna keep saying it. I know you are too, but also tell the people you about what was the original name to this song.
Was it trying? No. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
other one.
Nah,
That's that one. You're talking about Fly. Fly. I was gonna call it GUD. Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
call Fly
yeah,
GUD.
my fault, my fault. Yeah, you got two fly joints. My fault, my fault.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's I'm bugging. That's hilarious.
You were right though.
Yeah, that's
Don't-
hilarious.
Hey.
I can't wait to venture that. I can't wait to tap into that one. That was funny. But was "Fly Away" always the original title to this song though?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, the beat was called "Trying," so I guess you could say that it was called "Trying" first. But
Okay.
when I got lyrics, I was like, "No, it's Fly Away." I was like, that's the hook.
Yeah.
That's the hook.
Do you ever find making songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That, of course, I'm teasing with you and joking about another song you have that you named it completely outside of what the hook name is. But
Yeah.
have you ever? I think you have in your catalog where you have certain songs that don't. I'm trying to think of the one that it's out of my mind right now. But I've heard you do it before, where your hook won't be the title of the song.
Yeah, I'm sure I've done that quite a bit. One that comes to mind would be lemon water, because I don't say anything about lemon water in the hook. Let me see. Let me try to go through and see if
You
I
have
can.
one. You have one on Timeless or something like that.
Ooh, I do.
Yeah, I gotta go because I remember it like listening to a while ago,
Mm.
and I had to go back and find it. But I mean, have you ever seen a benefit of that? Do you think it's an artistic approach? Is that something conscious that you do to say, "All right, I'm not going to name that song what the hook and the chorus is"? Is that like is that like a real conscious thing? Because that may be like that's interesting. That's a real like. Put me on. Why does your mind think that way?
Because that's just the title of the song. That's the thing. You know, sometimes it's like you could pull a theme or a word from within the song that was sort of captivated better than just the hook would, like something on the hook. Like sometimes the hook is like this is the presentation, but then sometimes you could find like the meal inside the verses. You know.
You have a very artistic approach to I mean, obviously being an artist, being a creative, but it's not even like a creative approach. You're like, it's real art. Because I think there is a difference between being artistic and creative. And while the creative can create art, the artistic mind is forever creating something that's beyond innovate that is innovative. The creative is can create, but it's no not, it's just is what it is. I think the creative doesn't have to be innovative, but the artistic mind is like choosing to be innovative.
Yeah, it's like how can I piece all these things that should not go together, make them go together, and how can I package that and present that?
Right. Which can say sometimes some can look at that and say you're actually going up an uphill process because you're trying to get people to read right when it's really read left to right.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was fire.
The first melody moment of the day.
Hey, that was great. Yeah. I mean, whatever. It could be an uphill. Sorry.
Look, hey, that's such an artistic response, man. This guy needs to be chilled out. Like, who is this guy, man? He's like, yeah, it's my process. Fuck it. Like, if y'all feel like it's an uphill, fuck it, man. I'm going to flow with the water where the water takes me, and I'm going
Yeah.
to make it be okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Where do you get that confidence from?
Trial and error, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even know. It's like you do the thing over and over again
Yeah.
so much, and then you don't even realize that at first you're not even like really doing your own thing. You're
Yeah.
kind of doing like a collage of inspiration, and then you're like, oh, this is me, and then you put that out, and then you listen to it, and then you start creating again, and you're like, you know what?
Wow.
I wasn't really like fully myself yet. I'm gonna try again, and then you try again, and now it's a little less, and each time gets a little more less and a little less, and then at a certain point, you're like, what the fuck do I actually like? What's the thing that I actually want to make? And I feel like once you get to that point, there's okay.
Yeah.
Do you like it or not?
Do you like it or not? Man, I love that. I love that. I'm grateful to be in this process with you, because as somebody I was sitting down. This is April 1st.
Okay.
So it's no April's Fools that you just put out a record. He legit put out a record.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now also National Poetry Month. So yeah, so I have these different challenges for myself, and it begins today. Like, it begins starting with it begins today. And the reason I say it begins today is because it's like it begins in this moment. Like, it's only so long you keep pushing it off till the month's over with. And I'm like, I want to start on the 1st because I feel like that's impactful to start on the 1st. But I'm in the middle of this process where I'm writing, but I was just like freestyling this line. I was like, I'm trying to recite the perfect lines, but it's not a representation of who I am in this time. And it's like, when do you know that you're on the path? Like, when do you know that thing? Like, when you put together Fly Away, how are you as an artist? Because many artists go through this. How are you knowing this is it? Everything's ready. This is the go. Like, this is go mode.
Riz Radio.
Riz freaking Radio.
For that song specifically, I made the beat January 20th as I was watching the inauguration on my phone, and then I had my laptop there, and I just made the beat. I was just watching that, and I just made it. And it's actually only one instrument. You know how crazy that is? Two. Sorry, there's another synth that comes in at the end. Anyways, but I just started writing it. Like, the Fly Away part came first, and then I wrote the first verse. Cool. Copy and pasted the verse, added some layers to it. And then when I got to the third verse, I had the opening. So I knew the opening was right. Because for me, how I differentiate between something being it, but like maybe I need to tweak it, or something just sounding good, but it's not it, is it's sounds woo-woo, but it's just a feeling. Like, if you got the feeling, then you kind of know. And there's like a difference between feeling like this is cool and then like feeling this is it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Feeling like this is cool and feeling like that's where I'm at. I'm at a place like that where I really don't want to just do cool. I want to do it. But
But you kind of want to do cool and it, though. Low key. You still want it to be cool and it.
No, for sure. You want it to be cool. You want it to be cool, but you don't want to just be. You don't want it to just be cool.
I agree.
Like, I mean, that's for me. I don't know. Maybe that's why. But that's maybe me being in my way sometimes, because I see a lot of artists put out just cool, and you know what I'm saying, and they're just cool, and they're actually great at being cool, and I think sometimes some people just aren't built to just be cool. Like, there are certain songs I'll hear from big artists too, where I'm like, this is just cool.
Yeah. What beef do you have with just being cool as an artist? Like, what's that thing? Because there's something. I don't.
Yeah, I think it's
Is it to do with like their music? Not to lead you, but
Oh no, it had nothing to do with no, because there are a bunch of just cool songs that I love, right? And just cool moments.
you
I
don't want to
think
just have cool music.
I think cool music is needed, especially in my catalog. I think it's kind of I don't know. I think this is one of those revelation moments where it's like you trying to figure it out, like
Mm-hmm.
what does your cool sound like? You know what I'm saying? Like what does that sound like? So you may even know, but shoot, like is it this over here? Is it that over there? So I think it's continuing, like it's a continual practice because you don't want to get too cool. Where it's like I think in my head where I'm like, okay, are they listening though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you also don't want it. It seems like you also don't want your music to just stay comfortable.
That's me naturally. So yeah. So then
Yeah.
if it represents me, then it definitely represents that naturally. Like, all right.
Mhm. So it kind of
I'm a-
seems like the cool music is like you're seeing it and you're like, that's easy. It's easy to be cool.
that's my problem.
And you're like, I could do that, but
That's my
is
problem.
that what I actually want to do?
That's my problem. Yeah, that's the problem. But see, that's my problem though, because why not just go ahead? It's like being in the game. It's
Mhm.
like you stepping back and be like, "Ugh, I could just cross and then get to the hole and just do a layup.
Yeah.
But why not be at the logo and shoot the three? And it's like, but if I
Because
can get an easy basket, why not get and that's what I'm trying to talk myself through right now. Why not go
yeah,
ahead and get the easy basket?
yeah. As long as the easy basket still has integrity, then what's the beef?
Exactly. Oh no, for sure, for sure. Always integrity. I think is just like
I'm just
go
saying,
ahead.
man.
Yeah, lay it
Sometimes
up.
if you have
Lay
lemons, and you want mango juice, you just make lemonade. you know?
yeah, no, that's facts right there. That's facts. So, it's hey, I love moments like this because moments like this, they just keep the fire of inspiration going through, especially when you have a record that's genuine to a person, to you and who you are. Hey man, what's up with old motherfuckers? You got a problem with old people? They gotta go, they gotta dip from. Is it time for a new wave? That's
Hey
all, bro.
man, if you qualify for a nursing home, why are you running government? What is that? What are we doing? And now
Yeah,
here's the thing. I don't have a problem if you're old and just in government. I have a problem if you're old in government and you haven't updated anything about yourself. You're still wearing the same shirt from 1964. What are we doing?
yeah, no,
Same ideals, same viewpoints.
yeah, no.
It doesn't work. It doesn't
It
work.
doesn't work. And I'm gonna say this right here too, because I think both, no matter what side that you're pointing at, it doesn't work with either side
No.
because there's a certain candidate that wants to run right now, load,
Yeah.
load up,
Yeah.
and and I think it would have been great a couple years ago if he would have ran. If he would have ran, but hey, bro, I don't want to see you at 86 out there doing this.
No, you don't want to see that.
I don't want to see you,
You
Bernie. Come
don't
on,
you don't want to see that. And it's like I
that would
don't
be
have beef
weekends
with
at Bernie's for sure.
oh my god. Yeah, man. I don't have a beef with older people at all. It's just if you're not carrying ideals of like a refined view of from a modern day perspective,
Yeah,
like it's just weird, bro. If
yeah,
you think rent in the city is going to be like $150 for a 2 bedroom or some shit, like what do you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so
You,
I just can't. It's just
Now
ugh.
I wanted to tease you with that because that wasn't my only takeaway from the song. I think that's a
Mm.
good way to get into it. But with this, and you kind of touching on different things, right? Let me ask you this on a more like broad spectrum.
okay.
Why you start laughing, man?
I don't know because I feel like you're going somewhere, and I can feel you driving the ship right now, and I feel like we're
Let me
about
just
to get into some choppy water.
let me just ask you on a broad
Hey,
spectrum.
hey, go
We
for it.
we started with love. We started with love.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Go for it.
No, but this is I think this is a very like simple question.
Sure.
Right. Okay, we'll start here, right?
Yeah, what's up?
Artists in the the creative process, right? We make our music,
Hmm.
and people love when you're talking about one subject, right?
Yeah.
But then you start to really expand your horizons and talk about multiple subjects, right? So let's just take one subject, such as talking about societal issues,
Hmm.
whether it's politics, whether it's religion, but societal issues. All that fits into the society of who we are as people and the issues that surround it.
Okay.
Because nothing's perfect. Everything has an issue with it or something to be improved on. When you start talking about that, you sometimes find yourself like in like how athletes are, where they're like, "Man, just play the game. I don't put politics in my sports
Yeah.
because I just play the game." When I mean, it's no matter how you look
Hmm.
at it, sometimes politics involves sports in itself.
Yeah.
um, do you when it comes to your music, how much of speaking your mind and kind of just letting the music gravitate to whatever audience is like a conscious thought versus like I'm going to I'm going to like I'm going to not piggyback on audience, but I'm going to like are you making a conscious choice to get behind an audience and let them know, hey, I got you, I'm putting this music out for you to be seen, or I'm
Hmm.
just putting my message out there and letting whoever gravitates it from whichever audience get to it.
It's the latter. I don't. I'm not gonna like rally behind an idea of a group. Um, I don't think that's ever really wise to do because these two major groups always flip flop who they are. So it's really weird when people just completely align with one of them,
Mm.
and now the thing that they align with, that party is no longer doing or with anymore. So it's like I don't ever really, I don't get that personally. But
Mhm.
when I was making this, this one I was trying to be respectful. I wasn't trying to be like, hey, you are a problem to anybody. It's just more so of this is the temperature and how I see it right now. This is the temperature of the room.
Mm.
This is the vibe of the room right now. And maybe you like the room.
Yeah.
Maybe
Do you
you don't.
do you
And
feel
that's
like
okay.
there is a balance, or have you found, or did you even pay attention to a balance of how you can be kind of an activism in your music and balance that with artistry, especially like in this client without kind of like turning off your audience?
Yeah, I don't have a I don't have not the majority of the time. The majority of the time, I don't have the intent of like I'm going to talk about this social thing on this song, or I'm going to talk about this one on that. It's more so I'm making the song, and if it just flows into that, then cool. But I don't want to like make some sort of love song type beat and then try to drive it to being some sort of activist movement. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm not trying to do that. If
Do
it
you,
works, it works, but I'm not I'm not
how you yeah, that's funny right there, right? Because I mean, that's a thing though. Why does woke music turn us off? Why is that? Like, why does woke? And when I say that, if you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying. I'm not
Mhm.
talking about things that
Yeah.
like are clearly pointing out, but it's kind of like preachy music, or sometimes people feel it's preachy, right? Is it
Mhm.
is that where it stems from? Like people just don't want to be like people are like people look at
Man, I think woke music just has bad PR. That's really it.
okay, okay.
Like I don't know who took woke music first. I don't know who did woke music first, and then I don't know the person that came after them and fucked it up. But that person messed up the PR. Like now everyone's a joke that does that. You
And you
know?
know what's crazy? Jesus Walks would be in the club 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Jesus Walks
yeah,
was like that was
yeah.
crazy. But if an artist was put out a Jesus Walks Today,
Oh my gosh.
first off,
Oh
it's
man.
probably-
Oh, that would be a political divide.
it'll be done. I'm trying. That's a good. We may have to I'm have to really think about that. When did that shift happen, and how did that shift happen in music? Because,
I don't know.
Kendrick has found a good balance in between of how to do. I think. Well, I mean, he's right there at the line, if not beyond the line, because it's like some people feel a way about it, some people don't. Obviously. Speaking on that, 125 FCC complaints for his Super Bowl performance.
Fantastic. Love that. We give it up for Kendrick Lamar. Riz Radio.
That is crazy, bro.
I like that.
125 FCC complaints for his performance.
That makes me happy. Makes me happy.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
at the same time, look, it's not like you don't get to that stage and the people that run it, you're not giving them a surprise, So they signed off on it.
Yeah,
They knew it was going to come, and they still did it. So shout out to them for doing it.
Yeah, it's wild. And this is what one viewer wrote, that their children should have not been subjected to seeing and hearing the language and gestures, while another said it is tiresome to have to send children out of the room during what should be a family event due to possible vulgarity and inappropriate language and gestures. Another complaint criticized the show for being divisive, downgrading, and filled with profanity, which I don't remember profanity, but while others took issue with the racial composition, this is hilarious. While others took issue with the racial composition of the performance, one viewer wrote, "There wasn't one white person in the whole show. They get away with it, but if it was all white, it'd be a different story. ... This was a disgrace, and it gets worse every year." Resource Billboard.
People are so
Can I get a melody? Can I get a melody real quick?
They don't even deserve that. Fantastic. That's how you made me feel, guys. You guys are so dumb. I don't know how to play a piano anymore.
That's what Hey yo. Not it gets tiresome to have to keep sending the children to out the room.
Yeah, but
it's not like we're watching violence just happen here on the TV screen. It's not like guys are getting their heads popped off, and we're not watching that at all.
Yeah, no, but they would have no problem if it was a woman headlining the Super Bowl and she was underdressed. You wouldn't send your kids out of the room for that, would you?
No, bro. What? Janet Jackson career. I think Janet Jackson's career recently just got back right, but she probably took maybe a decade of her career just taking a hit from that bullshit that happened at the Super Bowl with the wardrobe malfunction. People, that's crazy. I remember that. People looked at her like, ugh.
Like she did that on purpose. What the?
It wasn't even the nipple showing. It was a little. She had the thing there still, and Justin Timberlake, the one that took it off.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But again, I'm glad it doesn't make sense to me because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Oh, and then the racial the racial.
Of course,
that was hilarious.
If it was all white, it wouldn't be all right. What? What do you?
I love that.
Who cares? No one cares.
This is the world we live in. So let me ask you, how do you prepare yourself to kind of put the blinders on as you gear up for, I'm pretty sure, an album that's going, Fly Away being a taste of what this upcoming album is going to be for you. How are you also, you're going to get the congratulations, you're going to get the replays and things of that nature, but also how are you preparing yourself to put the blinders on to the bullshit too?
In order for me to care about your opinion, I'd have to care about you. So,
come on, man.
Well, I'm not gonna give a fuck about some page on a social media app that has no profile picture and it's private, but you just leave hate comments.
Yeah, it's
Cool,
wild.
bro.
It's
Cool.
wild.
Go do your laundry. You had to do it for 2 weeks now. Like,
Not
who
trying to do it
cares?
for 2 weeks.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah,
People are just, and also the thing is, it does not matter what you do, doesn't
yeah.
matter what you believe, doesn't matter how you move in the world. Somebody will not like it online. Odds are, though,
Online is not a real place, too.
it's not. Turn the Wi-Fi off. You're done. It's all gone. Who gives a fuck? Like it doesn't, and it doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't make. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me for people to try to deny something that they want to do with their life because somebody online might not like it. Like, you don't even know these people. I don't know
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
None of this is
We're
valid.
good. We're
What are we
good.
doing?
We're good. We're good. People just have time and they got a phone and they'll use it to the best that they can do. Sometimes
sure.
that best is them going on somebody's page and just spewing out the hate for themselves that they have
Mhm.
to somebody else. And that's
Yeah.
the world we live in.
Yeah, and they'll have a Bible verse in their bio,
Oh, that's sick. That's
isn't
a
it?
nasty work.
Isn't it?
Nasty work.
It sure
It's
is.
probably
Gets
like Peter,
treacherous out here.
Peter, John, or Timothy, one of those. Hey, oh man. So you got that the single. I was listening. I was not listening. I was looking at I was looking at just looking at some things coming out. I know there's a Beatles biopic coming out, and
Okay.
it had me think, right? I don't know if you rock with the Beatles or not.
Mhm.
But it had me think, whoa, what artist would you like to see a biopic of? Are you into those things?
I can't say that I am or not. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I
You don't
already
want to
know.
know?
I already know too many things. I
Really? So
don't.
you don't interesting. So you don't want to see a biopic of artists because you think is you know too much.
Yeah, I don't. I don't need to know more. We know enough.
Really?
We know enough, guys. There's
There's no
no.
artist that you would like to know the behind the scenes of and like more of their life of in an animated way.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I do.
I was like, I'm
I really
good.
don't. Because at the same time, it's like, all right, cool. I like their art. Yeah, I would like to know more. Maybe like about
You would
how
want to
they.
know about J. Cole. You want to know about J. Cole and
I mean,
what was going on when he was making Born Sinner for sure. You
I
do.
mean, okay, I would like to know, but it's like I don't need to know because what if me knowing now, it just it's just
Changes
like
your perspective.
well, there's no more magic. I want magic. I want some
Ah,
magic left. Let me think that they just did it out of thin air, you know? Let me just keep that. Let me keep that. And then when I need the inspiration later, the biopic will be there. Their album that I never touched for some reason will still be there, and then I
oh, so
get
you
new
will watch the
inspiration.
biopic at some point.
Maybe depends on who it is. Yeah, I mean, if they came out with a bio like a good bio, you know, say Michael Jackson or a J Cole, I would take a Kendrick Lamar, you know, something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
for sure would. I'm like, I know this
I'll
guy
take
would.
it. I'm gonna watch it, but like I don't need you to make it. If it's made, cool. I'm gonna watch it,
They're
but
gonna make it.
okay.
That's what we are in this time where we want to see these things, not just from like a not just for even from a documentary standpoint. We need to see somebody else. We need to see one of our favorite actors,
Mhm.
actress act out this artist in
Yeah.
their life. And
Mhm.
I think the weird ones for me is like seeing somebody do a Will Smith biopic right now while Will Smith is like being Will Smith. I'm if I'm gonna watch a biopic, I want to see
You want to see
like
something a little messy?
no, not messy. Like yo, you're crazy. Like not putting this into the air for anybody, but I want to see when that artist has transitioned already.
Mm.
But then it gets tricky because sometimes I do like when the artist is also or the actor or whoever the icon. I like when they're also involved to make sure shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's twofold because sometimes that person's involved and they're making sure that certain things don't get talked about, but then
Mm.
sometimes they're involved to make sure certain things do get talked about.
Yeah. Hmm.
I want all I want to know is I want it from somebody that was close around that person.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That's sort of like how Mac Miller's estate has handled all of his things because
Yeah.
he already had a plan for it, but they're actually following it. See, that's an example of them being involved or at least having a hand in
Yeah.
it, and it actually worked out. I would
Yeah.
take one about Mac if that was possible, but I don't know what that is.
I'm good. Mac, I'm cool. I'm
You
cool.
can't take it. You don't
Because I
need it.
mean that's a there's no okay, so to your point, there are some people
Mm-hmm.
because of how if that person did transition
Mm-hmm.
and the dark stuff to that,
Mm.
like Mac, man,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, like he's like that's different. Like I'm sure you can't do a biopic without talking about the dark path of his life too,
Yeah.
which
I get what you're
that's
saying.
yeah, like I'm cool on that. I'm not in a space right now where I would want to really like watch that
Mm-hmm.
because you know how it ends and like fuck.
Yeah, it
It's like
does make that sad. Yeah.
yeah, that's like fuck.
Yeah.
Um, I've seen that like with Whitney Houston. Um,
Mm.
Prince said, "Hey, don't none of y'all touch shit about my life when it's over." And these people continue to rebel and keep doing shit about Prince. And that right there pisses me off. If I
Yeah.
say don't do anything about my life once it's over, don't
Mm-hmm.
do shit about my life.
Yeah.
And I'm mad that people like ignore like that request that he had.
Yeah. I don't. Literally, that was it. You have to do nothing. You're good. You're done. They're like,
Don't touch
nah.
anything. Nah.
We still want to make some money though.
Yes, and
Still want
that
to
was
make the
and
money
see
though.
that's why Prince, was against the machine.
Yeah.
Prince was the first one to do streaming with his
Mm.
website in the 90s.
Mm.
Like he started it with his like man, Prince one of the early ones to put out throwaways to just get off a label, which is the reason why people look at his career, Michael Jackson, they look back and they're like, well, Prince, it kind of looked kind of like a little we don't know what's going on around this time period. And it's like, yeah, he's going against. If you go back, that's why he wrote
Yeah.
"slave" on his face. That's why he's like, yo, I'm against the machine. I'm trying to get out of this deal. I'm not going to play the system like how Mike is playing the system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about who did it right or who did it because I think they at the end of the day, they both were for the same thing. Mike just had a bigger pot. He had more hands in the pot. He had more of his hand in the pot
He sure
I
did.
think than Prince did, unfortunately, in this situation.
He sure did.
I mean, for Michael Jackson to at one point own more of Sony's catalog than Sony.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Then what started happening once he had that?
See again.
Anyways, hey, see, is the billionaire on your side or not? Hey, are they or not, brother?
It goes to my point, bro. It goes to my point. You are not bigger than the system. So when I say switching subjects, but it still correlates to music. When I say, hey, yo, Stephen A, you might want to chill because you can Drake yourself. You will just because you got the $100 million contract, which I mean, shoot, I mean, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? That's the number, that's the speculation that's out there. Shout out to you, cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, something that Drake had to learn, you're not bigger than the system.
Sit down. Be humble.
You're not bigger than the system, bro. You're not. Yeah. And they
Yeah.
will humble you so fast. They will.
Yeah.
There's only one person I see bigger than the actual system, and it's because of his value that he brings to it. And that's LeBron. He's bigger than the NBA. He knows that.
You think that's why he's going out now, talking on these podcasts,
Bro,
giving these interviews?
The way he talks, I mean, yeah, the way he's talking now, it's like the way he's talking is like, dog, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Do something. Do something.
You gonna kick me out?
Do something.
You gonna sit me?
Do you know? Like he knows his team knows the online metric numbers of how much his name is talked about compared to how much the letters NBA are talked about. I like, yeah. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. And when you look at that, and when you're the commissioner, you have to look at and realize you have a player that a different nice trending higher. Bro, come on, what we talking about?
That gotta hurt a little bit.
What we talking about?
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me do what I want to do.
Man, this is the thing, bro.
Sit down.
This
Be
is the
humble.
thing. And we talk about LeBron he's taken the Jay-Z formula into basketball because he has Clutch Sports. Now, of course, while he's a player, he can't admit and say, "Hey, yo, I'm involved in Clutch Sports," because that's that's an entanglement right there, but it's his business. Right? Jay-Z, when he has Rockefeller, he has Rock Nation, and he's able to now infiltrate the music system. This is what Drake was missing in his fight with Universal. You don't have a system that's control that has connections to other artists. Jay-Z can move in a certain way because he has Rock Nation, which if you look at Rock Nation and see how many artists they manage, bro, the other people gotta respect it because he manages damn near our whole roster.
Yeah.
And it's from different parties. He don't have to just be Universal. He can be Atlantic. He can be over here. He can be over here and have all these different people. Same thing with Bron. He has Clutch Sports where he's got this athlete signed. He has this athlete over here that signed, over here signed, over here signed. So guess what, NBA? Yeah, you better chill.
Yeah.
Because if we get froggy, and I don't know how that can look, but I'm pretty sure there's a way they can get froggy and hey, we got another lockout.
See what it reminds me of is that I don't even want to keep talking about this stupid ass Drake beef, but it reminds me that Drake was fighting the system of the label, and Kendrick was fighting a different system while being helped by the system that Drake was fighting.
And you know what, bro?
You're not winning.
I'm gonna tell you something. This particular subject is gonna be studied and talked about in schools. Like, I don't think we're not at a point where we can stop talking about it yet. And it's like, because the point that you made is an educated feedback. It's no longer just who you think rap better and who that is the smallest tier of what we're talking about here.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's where Drake fans live.
I want y'all to hear what my man just said. Play the melody. Give them the melody, bro. They need a melody. I want y'all to hear what my man just said. Drake is trying to battle the label. and then so many people like, all right, go for it. Please try to fight the system.
He's fighting for the independent artists.
The person that he's going against is not only being he's fighting something bigger. That guess what? The label's like, we're behind that too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
We have the CEO of the label at the Grammys clapping when Kendrick wins the Grammy while the beef song is playing. He's standing up, clap. Bro, you can't write this in a script of a movie, bro. No, I need the Kendrick biopic because I need that one now.
Yeah.
You have the CEO of Universal standing up, clapping, smiling, while Not Like Us is playing.
And he's being sued by one of their biggest artists on the label.
No, that's different, bro. I'm sorry. I don't even know how much money. I don't even know what level of money that's at. That's at a different tier.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm sorry. I think this thing is just historic. It's beyond historic.
If you want to break it down and study it like that, yeah. But if you want to keep it on the first tier, then it was about rap. It was just about rap, guys. Chill out.
My brain ain't even thinking about rap no more.
And honestly, like when you really break it down, it's just about vibe. It's just vibe, guys. Don't even trip. This rap beef was just vibes. That's why Drake won. Straight vibes.
Aura.
Did you see the strip clubs in Miami? They were bumping.
Right, this guy. I can't stand off because I stay away from those people so much, and you just had to bring them into this. It's about aura. Do you see us? When you sent me that video, I was sick. Yo, I wish we could play when you sent me that video, how them listening to Turn the Six Upside Down, it's a 9 now.
Oh yeah. yeah. That's
bro,
literally. It's a 9 now. Yeah. Fucking
I hate
what,
that.
dude?
I hate that because when I reflect back on so much,
Mhm.
that's the point. That's why you can't, bro. Dom, I'm sorry. That's why this will not be an ending subject for long because as we do revisionist history and reflect back on so many moments,
Mhm.
it's like moments that we knew were corny, but it's
Mhm. But
but it's
see,
like
yeah, no, go for it. Go for it. You ain't even got it. But see, that's what I think of whenever I go to write, especially if it's a song like that, like "Fly Away," because I know that at a certain point this song's gonna be old,
mm,
right? So when you start like labeling yourself with this person or that group of people or that group of people, it gets real weird because now you might have to explain, hey, when I was rocking with them,
what's
they
that?
weren't like that. They weren't like that. I swear. I promise. But if you just talk about how you feel and how you see how you're reading the room at the
Life,
moment,
life.
yeah, you gotta look at life, guys. You gotta look at life. Life music.
That is what the artist, and that's the artistic approach. You're literally capturing life and
Yeah.
being authentically who you are towards that life. There's some of you all out here, y'all don't switch so many accents. Ain't no accent you can sell me. Y'all don't switch. I don't even know who y'all are anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm good. I don't want to hear none of y'all using a UK accent and you ain't from across the way, man.
Riz Radio.
What's up, man? Your Riz Radio.
Man.
I'm from the South. And
Mm.
that's where it's gonna be. I can't
Yeah.
go out here and try to be, I can't go out here and say, yo, son. I can't. Yo, B.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm trying to be funny, like maybe if it's a play on in a lyric,
Mm-hmm.
but to take that on,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Change your whole persona.
that's scary. That's the
It is scary.
scariest thing to me.
Mm.
That is to me, that is the most frightening thing as an artist is to not be authentically you and the world see that.
When you get caught being phony.
That sounds like a nightmare.
What do you
If you
do?
don't think so, then
What do you do when you get caught being phony?
I don't know.
How do you go back to acting like yourself? Because now everyone knows you don't know who you are.
Hey, I think somebody's doing it right now and just saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep.
Oh, they ain't talking about me. They ain't talking about
I
me.
think somebody's doing it right now and they're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep with it.
That ain't me.
Girl.
That ain't me. Hit the melody on them. All right.
Hit the melody on him because yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I never thought I can't give it no more time, but it's a lot of things I never thought I'd see the day of. Like I never thought I'd see the day of certain things, you know.
That's fine.
Not wanting to rush and see a music video, not wanting to rush and hear a song, not wanting to rush and hear an album. Yeah, but that's what happens. So I'm glad that as you drop Fly Away today, I'm glad you're sticking to the integrity of who you are. And I hope that I'm looking forward to hearing more of that from this project, this album that you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing how you stay true to that, what that even looks like.
Hey, what I can say is I kept the same ideas, the same sort of model formula, if you will, for another song, but on that one, I'm a little more rude. But I keep my same level-headedness, but somehow it's more rude.
Rude is needed. So we talked about that before. Rude is needed. So that's going to be good to create the sensational headlines. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
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 Oh,
Man.
yeah.
You
That's all
you gotta
I was
balance.
saying. If you putting Fly Away out now, I know, oh man,
Yeah.
you're gonna get more in your bag on this project.
I don't have any choice but to.
You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no. Sometimes, and as artists, man, there's gonna be times where your art is what's holding you accountable.
Mm-hmm.
because of what you've done. You can't help but look in that mirror and be like, dang, I've already gone there. If I don't continue to even breathe life into that direction anymore, people gonna know I'm not something's up.
Mm-hmm.
People gonna know something's up.
Yeah. You gotta keep going forward. You know? There is no elevator to success because when you take the elevator, you try to bypass the steps.
I don't think you heard my man. Riz Radio.
Can't bypass the steps.
Cannot bypass the steps.
You got anything for the people?
Bro. What else? Shoot, man. Really just hey, everybody get to it. This is what I will say.
Riz Radio.
Eggshell Riz Radio. I was watching this YouTuber talk about the other day how the end of like followers and subscribers, that we're ending that era of followers and subscribers. And I thought that was interesting because I'm like, I was in my head thinking, okay, we're entering the era of subscribers, really more and more. And I'll send it to you. I think it was a pretty interesting video. I don't think it's like some BS. Okay. But one of the things I took away from it though, because we are in this content, we put a music out, so there's content. We are in this content space, right? How do you see yourself kind of like, are you thinking of any innovative ways to kind of like, you know, build your own membership of people, whether it's through phone numbers, obviously emails, you're doing the Substack, so you got that going on. But is that something that you some kind of sometimes look at and be like, I'm not going to go that deep, or is it something that you are thinking about too?
It's something that I wish I had better thoughts about.
I
wish I had more insightful thoughts, and I wish I could use my creative brain to think of marketing strategies and ways to do content, but that just doesn't work. My brain's like my creative is like, that's not it. Stop. And it'll give me an idea every once in a while. I'm like, thank you, appreciate it. That one was fire. But most of the time, it's like, no.
Yo, Dom would be the artist. You would definitely be the like how Doechii is, like in the sense
beef with Doechii. So what you trying to say, bro?
No. Shout out to Doechii. She just won the Woman of the Year award. She's the Woman of the Year, man. So I think you would be like in the sense of, I think if you were part of a production or a label, they're going to tell you to do all the TikTok stuff and the dance with Will Smith or dance with this people, go over here. I could see it, man. I could see it.
Maybe if there was a team of people that were heading such an endeavor, yeah. But
I could see it. We'll see Dom doing TikToks.
But like good luck trying to set my camera up, trying to get me to set my camera up, put it down, and dance on TikTok. That's an actual dance. I'll do some bullshit from time to time.
You could do a flyaway dance to this.
I'm not dancing. What the fuck I look like? Yeah.
Twirl.
Yeah. Baby girl.
Hey, you see the vision now. Life is about making yourself the meme.
Sure. Is that a page from Elon Musk's book? I Am Meme.
No, I haven't read Elon Musk's book. I didn't know he had a book.
No, he went on stage and said, I am become meme. Something stupid like exactly. Okay. Anyways, fly away.
I wasn't copying that from Elon.
Fly away today.
Good luck, bro.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Not sure how that's gonna work out.
It's all good. Got anything else for the people today?
Hey man, that's a wrap.
Riz Radio.